It's the final NEC-TV broadcast of the 2025-2026 school year, and we're looking back and ahead.
From the first home football game in more than 50 years.
To police canines on the Simon Lawn, River Day, and NEC Takes the Peak.
Plus, what to expect from the 2026 commencement ceremony.
And the NEC-TV crew voted on our favorite story of the year, the big reveal just ahead.
All that and more coming up on NEC-TV.
Veterans Day, New England College was officially recognized as the... Good afternoon, and thank you for watching NEC-TV. I'm Lauren Hall.
And I'm Sue Tsubitsky. Today's April 30th, 2026. Welcome to our final show of the semester.
Today, instead of our traditional newscast, we will be taking a look at some of our favorite stories from the 2025-26 school year. In November, New England College was officially named the first Purple Heart College in New England. At the event, I was able to speak with sitting Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander. Earlier this month, this story won first in Best Podcast Multimedia Video at the New Hampshire Press Association Awards. Here's the story. On the eve of Veterans Day, New England College was officially recognized as the first Purple Heart College in New England. These signs are the first of their kind and will be displayed around campus. The ceremony was an emotional event for all Monday, honoring the college for its support of Purple Heart recipients like Michael Martioski, who said he was moved by the NEC community.
Looking around the room and seeing all the folks that were here that have that medal or that related to people that have that medal, it kind of shook me a bit.
NEC President Wayne Lesperance remarked on the sacrifice of family members in the NEC community, including his dad.
We were founded for veterans returning from World War II, and one of the greatest things we can do is acknowledge those who were wounded or killed in combat, and that's what this award does. And we will be reminded forever now because we're part of this very important Purple Heart network.
The Purple Heart designation means that those who have received the award can use the library as well as other services on campus and are welcomed members of the NEC community. The signs will be displayed around campus and serve as a physical reminder.
We are in the company of heroes, and we really were and we are. So it's very special for NEC, it's very special for our community. Lots of folks from towns are here today. I'm just so incredibly proud right now.
Representative Maggie Goodlander, a veteran, says this is another step in supporting our veterans.
This great college was born out of the Second World War and a deep commitment to our veterans, and becoming a Purple Heart community today is yet another step. It's a homecoming, and it's also a step towards connecting up with the dozens of Purple Heart communities across New Hampshire.
Organizers say the goal is to establish more Purple Heart colleges around the country. For NEC-TV, I'm Lauren Hall.
NEC's Criminal Justice Club hosted many events during this year. One of our favorite events to cover was the canine demonstrations that showed the true force of these canines and their handlers. NEC-TV's Jack Cody has the exciting story.
Ears, tails, paws. Two fuzzy canines visited campus Tuesday. But these dogs are not like our pups at home. They are constantly on the clock.
Warning, police canine will be released. Warning, police canine will be released.
The Criminal Justice Program and Club hosted this demonstration with the Portsmouth Police Department Canine Unit. This is Crash, and this is Frankie. While these dogs seem playful, they are hardworking and take training seriously. With about 150 calls per year, their handlers say that the dogs' hard work keeps Portsmouth and surrounding towns safe. To become an officer's partner, these dogs go through 7 months of Police Canine Academy and regular in-service trainings. These dogs are always training, ready to handle every scenario possible. Police Officer Bill Werner says this type of presentation helps aspiring criminal justice students, especially if they want to pursue canine work.
Being able to talk to college students and kind of give them an idea of what this job looks like, hopefully it makes them interested, right? Obviously, recruitment is an important thing in law enforcement, but it's also just giving them another idea as to a path they can go down, in their lives.
Natalia Gonzalez, president of the Criminal Justice Club, says her favorite part of the presentation was talking to the police officers and witnessing them in action.
So it was really, really cool to get people without being part of the CJ Club to actually come to these things, be extra credit, be more participant into it.
Kate Gagne is the treasurer of the Criminal Justice Club.
It's really important for people to get the real story behind being a canine handler and also being a law enforcement officer.
For NEC-TV, I'm Jack Cody.
Earlier today, NEC's chapter of the National Communication Honor Society brought boxes of donations to the Henniker Food Pantry. Students, staff, and faculty donated some of the most needed items like non-perishable foods, paper goods, and pet food.
The drive is an annual event that benefits the pantry and the approximately 140 families in Henniker who rely on its services. We spoke with the president of the Henniker Food Pantry last semester about their process in giving back to the community. Here's the story. The Henniker Food Pantry provides food to 140 families in Henniker. It is run by volunteers and 100% funded by donations. In the last few weeks, there has been an increase in need. President Debbie Desjardins-Mosky says about 10 more families have been stopping in recently.
A lot of people have been panicking, thinking that the SNAP was going away, and so we've seen people come in that had SNAP and didn't need to come in before, but now do.
Treasurer Bill Sullivan says the number of shoppers vary each week, but the need is consistent.
Sometimes I've been here, we've had 5 people show up, and other times we've had 35 people show up. You never know, and we're only open for an hour, so you never know what to expect. So.
Volunteers say SNAP benefits and the government shutdown gaining national news coverage have sparked more community support.
It has gotten a little busier in that citizens have been reaching out and asking what they can do to help.
The pantry receives food from local drives, the USDA, and the New Hampshire Food Bank, but their greatest need right now is cash donations.
Because it's better to get the cash in so that we can buy what we know people need.
Donations can be made on the Henniker Town website. If you know someone in need, the pantry is open for a few hours on Mondays and Wednesdays. For NEC-TV, I'm Sue Zabitsky.
NEC made history after receiving its first National Institute of Health grant. Faculty and students worked with Dr. Sarah Gunnery in a lab on campus to study Parkinson's disease.
NEC-TV's Jack Lombardo tells us about this impressive research.
NEC's first NIH grants were to Dr. Sarah Gunnery. Gunnery teaches psychology, but she spent a lot of her career doing research on facial movements. Gunnery and NEC students are working to understand how Parkinson's can impact communications.
People with Parkinson's disease can experience facial masking, which is an inability to show expressions in their face. So they're feeling happy, they're feeling excited, they're feeling sad, but oftentimes they just have a blank expression.
The $500,000 grant is split with her research partner from Keene State. The money is used to employ workers, compensate participants, and pay for research equipment. Participants are shown images on paper and asked to duplicate what they see. Alexis Hornsby is a junior, says it's fascinating to compare a control subject and a Parkinson's volunteer.
And it's super interesting to see the difference in the way that they respond to the questions.
Ariana Costoso is a sophomore who also works in the gunnery lab.
Right now what we're doing is pretty simple, and it's very repetitive, but it's when you think.
You've probably noticed some new art installations on campus over the school year. In the fall, we learned more about these new pieces. NEC received 2 large sculptures from renowned artist Lisa Howard. Howard's pieces, Stat Pedal and Gateway, are positioned beside the Putnam Center and near the Spalding House. These pieces are meant to reflect form, balance, and movement. Howard is the aunt of NEC biology and health science professor Dr. Denner Dunlop.
Earlier this year, the annual NEC tradition, Big Block of Cheese Day, took place in the admissions building. Big Block of Cheese Day is a tradition President Lesperance brought to NEC 4 years ago. The day is meant to create community, allow students to ask questions to faculty and staff, and it allows everyone to enjoy some cheese. Nationally, the original Big Block of Cheese Day can be traced back to President Andrew Jackson, who served cheese when he welcomed visitors into the White House. We took a look at our sports coverage from the past year.
Plus, the results are in. Stay tuned to find out the NEC-TV staff's favorite story of the year. Stay with us, we'll be right back. One of the biggest headlines from the NEC Athletics Department was celebrating the first football game back in early September.
NEC-TV's Parker Doobie has the story from the Grimm's newest field.
Hundreds turned out on Saturday to witness something that hasn't been done on this field in 50 years. And despite the final score, the Pilgrims and their fans can be excited because Pilgrim football is back.
The Pilgrims got off to a fast start, leading a 7-play drive down the field, featuring a 27-yard reception by wide receiver Conrado Lago and a 10-yard touchdown scored by Dontrell White 2 plays later. David Latham played for NEC football in the 1970s and has been looking forward to the team's return.
They've done a nice job, and the team is looking really good as far as I can see. It's one of those things where you hard to believe I'm back here 50 years later, and these guys are playing well.
After the first quarter, the Pilgrims trailed Plymouth 21-14. The Panthers finished rushing for 419 yards and 7 touchdowns. The last 3 quarters outscoring the Pilgrims 28-7, finishing the game winning 49-21.
Younger, smaller than a lot of teams. We just got to play fast, play hard, and get in the weight room. We kind of saw that today. But I appreciate it all the time.
This story got a lot of attention. Our Jack Lombardo sat down with an NEC student who has an interesting title.
Mene Edemene is a student athlete and a Nigerian prince. Here's more on this story.
Mene Edemene is a junior football player at NEC. He's also the prince of a Nigerian village. His dad is the current chief, and Edemene says when the time comes, he will be the leader of his village.
Where my family's from, we're like the chief, like my dad's the chief of like our village and stuff. So like it's pretty cool, like what comes with that. And like I'm technically the prince because like I'm my dad's first son. It's like, when he passes away in a long time, like I'll be the chief and like so on and so forth.
His life at NEC looks a lot like most students, but when he goes home to Nigeria a few times each year, he's treated like royalty.
Pretty cool. Like here it obviously doesn't mean much, but like when I go back home, like everyone knows who you are. Like we have like a big compound with like a bunch of houses and stuff, and like I don't want to say like there's people that's like on hand, but like there's people that like do stuff for you and stuff, and like it's pretty cool.
This fall, I spoke to 2 NEC hockey players who are doing their part to help some of the youngest members of the community. Here's the story. In the early mornings, while most college students are still asleep in their dorms, 2 NEC students come here to the center of town to make a positive impact in the community.
Some days I'll wake up in a bad mood, but after 5-10 minutes, it's kind of enjoyable to be out there.
NEC juniors and members of the men's hockey team, Duncan Fleming and Jack Heron, spend their mornings and afternoons working as crossing guards for the Henniker Community School, helping students arrive to and leave the school safely.
Meeting the locals, giving some kids some high fives.
However, it's not just about the students, it's about the community. Heron says he enjoys investing his time in the larger community.
Just be a positive outlook in society today, and just be beneficial to the kids and just people around the town.
While Heron has only been in the role for the past 2 weeks, this is Fleming's 2nd year.
Like there's 2 sides of the river here. You kind of got the campus over there and the main town over here. Like you're gonna be here for 4 years. Like it's kind of nice to get to know people and make connections.
In Henniker for NEC-TV, I'm Lauren Hall.
NEC-TV's Jack Lombardo got to sit down with standout wrestlers Joey Bulldog and Jackie Denny.
The 2 competed for the NCAA Division III National Championships. The wrestlers still have 2 more seasons with the hopes of competing at the National Championships again. Here's a clip from his interview.
Go back.
Is there like a sigh of relief after winning that regional, knowing that you're getting there, maybe you seeing your family in the crowd or whoever's hanging out with the coach, getting riled up with your coach? Or
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, that was cool. My mom was pretty emotional, so it was nice to hug her because I told her all year, I was like, I want to go to national. It's my goal. And I throughout high school, I've always kind of fell short, and I set that goal this year, and I made it happen, and my mom could see how happy I was. It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool seeing like all the support there, and just like just having like your family there, and then so it's just exciting. Or even the coaches, your teammates, and everybody's excited for you. So, yeah.
During the annual athletic award show, Bulldog was named NEC's Male Athlete of the Year, which is the most prestigious award that a male athlete can win at NEC.
Perhaps one of the most talked about events of the year was the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan. Let's throw it back to February to some of our Olympic coverage. Thanks, guys. The Winter Games are officially underway in Italy. Team USA currently has 13 medals, 4 gold, 6 silver, and 3 bronze. As of noon Thursday, Italy is leading the way with 15 medals, while Norway is in second with 14, and the US has 13. Austria sits at 4th place with 11, and Japan is in 5th place with 9, while Sweden, France, and Germany have a 3-way tie for 6th with 8. Corey Teesey became the first ever U.S. woman to medal in curling, and Team USA medaled for the first time ever in mixed doubles curling when the Corey duo won silver Tuesday. Prior to the gold medal match, Corey Dropkin spoke on the shot-making ability of his partner Corey Teesey, saying, quote, "She's like Kobe Bryant or Caitlin Clark, just draining them. Clutch." USA women's ice hockey rolled through an impressive preliminary round, going undefeated while scoring 5 goals in all 4 of their games and only allowing 1. USA will take on Italy Friday for their quarterfinal matchup. The Olympics will wrap up on February 22nd with the final event being the men's ice hockey gold medal game. Back to you at the desk. The NEC Athletics Department opened a brand new athletic center for students and student athletes on campus.
This was a construction project more than a year in the making. NEC-TV's Montana Taylor has the story.
Construction vehicles are slowly disappearing off the NEC campus 1 year after the construction began to the athletics facility. One of the busiest parts of campus, Athletic Director Dave DeCue says it's almost ready for the big reveal.
Well, I think we're really close to completing this, and yeah, we're hoping that in the next couple of weeks we'll be able to open it up to our community. You know, we do plan to have an event to kind of signify that happening, and there's going to be a lot of people that are pretty happy, I think, to see how nice it is and how functional it'll be and what it'll bring to all our students, athletes and non.
Dave says this project has been thought through for nearly 25 years. After many phases of this project, the last bit included the locker rooms and the fitness lab. Athletes like Chase Grotowski is very excited for the new facilities.
Excited for the athletic facilities to open up because they look very nice and I'm excited to use them. It's also going to give us more space as athletes to have more open gym time.
With the fitness lab being added in addition to the athletic facilities, many different workout machinery was added to give a full body workout, as well as new offices.
Just added all the fitness equipment so that area is fully outfitted. It's a strong component of that is the cardio equipment, so lots of new treadmills, new bikes. There is some, there are some dumbbells and machines that people can use to get a full, body workout, if they wanted to lift and kind of work on strength type stuff. But yeah, it's all in there and ready to go.
For NEC-TV, I'm Montana Taylor.
We have had some crazy weather over the past year. After the break, Jack Cody joins us to take a look at what we can expect for the commencement ceremony, and we look back on the weather we've had.
Plus, we're looking at some of the biggest campus events of the year. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Although the rain isn't ideal today, we're keeping an eye on this weekend's weather as the class of 2026 plans to walk across the graduation stage Saturday.
NEC-TV's very own Jack Cody joined us live in the studio for this week's weather report. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Sue. Hi, Lauren. Yeah, talk about that weather this morning. Walked out of my dorm, it was just a torrential downpour. I'm like, I haven't even had my coffee yet. Not the most ideal way to start a morning at all. However, looking ahead, we have temperatures of the upper 50s and mid-60s for the remainder of the week. That's right, summer's almost here. We'll have partly cloudy skies most of the days with a little bit of rain Wednesday and Thursday, so remember the umbrella and the big question on everyone's mind? What's the graduation forecast? Saturday graduation begins at 10 a.m. on the Simon Lawn. It's looking partly cloudy with temperatures just shy of 60 degrees, but luckily no rain for the ceremony. It is likely to rain later in the evening. I'm just happy the rain is coming down today and not Saturday. To all of the class of 2026, congratulations. It's my time to sign off. I'm going to get ready for the big day. Reporting live for NEC-TV, I'm Jack Cody.
Thanks, Jack, and good luck Saturday. Sub, I think we're all ready for some sunshine, but this year our crew had several opportunities to cover snow days.
Let's take a look at my blizzard story that makes me glad warm days are ahead.
This is freaking sick, honestly.
The flakes started flying in the early morning hours Tuesday and didn't stop for about 24 hours. NEC students took full advantage of a remote day.
I'm happy, I'm not gonna lie. I was doing laundry, I was cleaning my dorm until I was like in class, so I think it was good for me.
I love it. What do you mean? It's like my favorite, the best.
Justin Draper is a freshman football player at NEC who ventured into the snow for not a warm treat, but some cold ice cream. He says he's not a big fan of remote classes.
I mean, I'm all for getting an education, you know. Like, I understand it, but personally I don't think we should have had a remote day. I think they should just let us be.
The NEC campus is now filled with lots of pretty views and slippery walkways from our first snowstorm of the year, leaving the campus with nearly a foot of snow.
Like, this is awesome. I'm from Florida, so we don't ever get this, but I'm having a great time.
Draper likes to do more than just get ice cream in the snow.
I like making snow forts sometimes. I like doing snow angels. It's pretty fun.
In February, NEC students celebrated one of the most memorable campus traditions by attending NEC Takes the Peak. It's the day when students shuttle to Pat's Peak for skiing, tubing, contests, and food. We'll look back to NEC-TV reporter Jack Cody's story.
NEC Takes the Peak is an annual event hosted by the Office of Student Engagement right here at Pat's Peak in Henniker. Students gathered together for an afternoon full of activities at Pat's Peak. Students were even shuttled in with a new NEC shuttle bus.
Oh, I love it. It's really fun. I like all the activities and how everybody kind of just gets to be together and just hang out after class, just chill, kind of decompress.
Bingo, board games, raffles, food, and of course, skiing, snowboarding, and tubing. NEC Takes the Peak has a little something for everyone. Rachel French, Director of Student Engagement, says it's an important event to bring the community together.
Really brings students, staff, and faculty together outside of the classroom, and I feel that's really important piece of going to college and learning about your environment and all the great things that NEC has to offer.
Students like Bodie Robinson took advantage of the free ski and snowboard lessons. For his first time on skis, he said he only had a few wipeouts. It has been a day full of community here at Pat's Peak. Stay tuned and follow your emails for the next year's Pat's Peak update. For NEC-TV, I'm Jack Cody.
On the other side of winter, we know that with spring comes River Day. 2 weeks ago,
NEC-TV's Montana Taylor brought us the sights and sounds from this day of fun.
Students gathered across campus Friday for the 2026 River Day events. Starting the day with mimosas and ending with Lego night in the pub, students enjoyed a full day without classes. While students tested their putting skills at mini golf in the Simon Great Room, torrential downpours nearly made for a soggy lunch. But Dave Brown, the director of the Simon Grill, says a backup plan was embraced.
All right, everybody, welcome to River Day 2026. Here we are. This is the impromptu lunch barbecue. Instead of it being outside today, we're doing an indoor where everybody, look how nice everybody is. Everybody say hi to the camera. Hi. Oh, isn't that great?
While students took bites of their barbecue lunch, all they could talk about was the carnival, other events, and specifically the mechanical shark.
Yeah, the rain's about to stop though. I'm gonna ride on that shark.
I heard the carnival is going to be out here later. I heard the dunk tank's going to be something that's pretty fun, so I'll probably check that out.
Looking forward to the beer garden, to go see what's out there.
Despite the rain, NEC students are showing up strong to celebrate River Day. And as soon as the rain stopped, the carnival portion of the day took off. The mechanical shark and the dunk tank were big hits.
In February, students get to take out their anger by getting a chance to pie their professor to raise money for the senior class council. This fun day ended in lots of laughs and whipped cream flying all over the place. The money raised paid for a harbor cruise in Boston.
The time has come for us to reveal our favorite story of the year.
That's right, Lauren. The story won the hearts of the anchors and reporters at NEC-TV.
It's not unusual for the Henniker Police Department to post about found or missing pets, but this one was unexpected.
During the fall semester, a tropical-looking bird took off, but there is a happy ending.
Let's take a look at our coverage that spanned not one, but 2 shows.
The Henniker Police Department is asking for the community's help to find a missing bird. Twinkle has pink feathers and went missing yesterday from her home on Western Ave. She was last seen flying towards Liberty Hill. If you are in the area, keep your eyes out for Twinkle. If you spot her, report it to the Henniker Police Department. You can contact them at 603-796-6600.
A quick update from a story we shared last week. Henniker police say Twinkle, the missing bird, is home. Henniker PD thanked everyone who helped in the search and said it takes a village. Twinkle became a celebrity in Henniker overnight last Wednesday after she went missing. Henniker police often post about missing pets, but Twinkle and her pink feathers gained attention statewide.
There are just 2 days until the class of 2026 will walk across the stage at this year's commencement ceremony. Tonight, a pinning ceremony will be held for nursing graduates, and tomorrow, a BFA exhibition will take place at 5 p.m. Graduation begins at 10 a.m. on Saturday, May 2nd on the Simon Lawn. First come, first served seating opens at 8 a.m. This year's graduation speaker is Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at NEC.TV for the latest NEC news.
Thank you for joining us, and congratulations to the class of 2026, including several members of the NEC-TV staff, Bodie Robertson, Ken Ray Matamero, Parker Doobie, and Jack Cody.
This is our final show for the semester. We'll see you right back here next fall for all things NEC from the only Henniker on Earth.